Hello and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, I have a requested video on Teachers Pay Teachers. This is a fantastic resource and one that I use quite often, multiple times a school year. And so I just wanted to walk you through a few options if you've never used this before. And you know me, I'm always looking for a good deal, and I want to show you a few ways that you can find the best deal, which is free. So be sure and stick around as we go through this and let me know if you have any questions. So to begin with, Teachers Pay Teachers is a completely free program. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up and become a part of this community, and you can even sell things on here if you are a very creative, crafty person. But if you are more like me, where you are looking for people that are creative and crafty, this is where you want to go. So you can see right now they are really pushing the solar eclipse. And so there's all sorts of cool things here that you might be interested in. And then there's also things that they're going to recommend to me because I have used it and they're using that as a way of things that I have maybe looked at before and I might be interested in it. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, then you've probably seen where we have used a lot of different things from Teachers Pay Teachers, specifically over here, the Stellar Teacher Company. That's one of my favorites. This is where I picked up, I want to say it's our sentence construction, and that is from the Stellar Teacher Company. Now, one thing that I find super handy is that you can actually open up one of the people that you might be interested in, and it will show you everything that they have. Now, here, the Stellar Teacher Company is a really big one. You see that they have one, I'm always going to be looking at these ratings, okay? Now, that doesn't always mean that I'm only going to get them if they have a good rating, because sometimes you can get free things and it just really doesn't matter if they have a good rating or not. It's free. I can check it out. It might be exactly what I need. Right here, you can see that the Stellar Teacher Company is having a free download right now where you can look at maybe some prefix and suffix posters. And I want to say I've probably gotten this before. Yes, I have. There it is. You downloaded this on 1/6 of 2024. So this is just one of the things that we have downloaded. You can see that there's a couple of different options. Usually with your free ones, you're not going to get a ton of options, but you know what? It's better than nothing. Now, going back here, again, you can scroll down, you can check out some of their things. You can see that she has it kind of categorized out here, different things that you might be looking for specifically, like grammar or math. But this is just this one in particular that I have used quite a bit this year, so I did want to mention her. Now let's go back to the Teachers Pay Teachers homepage here where we can start searching for some stuff. So the other day, actually just this weekend, I was needing a chore chart. Now I could have went to Pinterest or something like that, possibly found a free one, but I'm almost always guaranteed to find what I'm needing here, and it's always going to be in my little dashboard account section. Now this is where I'm going to come down here on this selected section and I'm going to scroll all the way down here to the bottom and I'm going to click free. Okay, most things that I'm looking for, I'm not needing something super fancy and I'm really kind of open to all sorts of options. And so here you can see there's 1,200 plus results for chore charts. So I just kind of perused this for a few minutes until I found one that I wanted. I really liked the way this one looked, so I pulled it up, I downloaded it, and boom, I have this amazing chore chart that we can use. So you can see I just downloaded this on the first. It has 3 different options, which is awesome for free. And you have the rainbow, the pink and purple, the blue and green. And guess what? I could even edit this thing. So I could type in the chores. I thought that was so awesome. And so this is from Plan Print Land. I super appreciate that she's listed that out for me and wanted to give her a little shout out because she provided me with a free chore chart that has been really handy so far. All right, going back to the home page again, honestly, anything that pops into your head, put it in the search bar, pull it up, and there's all sorts of options for you. So not too long ago, I was needing some sort of measurement cards. what are those called? Task cards maybe. So we'll just go ahead and pop that in there. And then you can scroll down here and you can see that there's different formats. There's all sorts of like Google Apps, PDF, Word documents. If you're looking for something specific, you can go ahead and click that, or you can leave them all open. Now, most of the time, I probably will come in here and click my grades, whatever grade I'm specifically looking for. A lot of times I'm going to be looking for fourth or fifth, and you can click that and that will bring up a few less results than you would have had otherwise. And so you may not want a first grade measurement if you're looking for a seventh grade measurement or something like that. Now you can always scroll right back up here to the top, take those grades off, and then look at your results again. So you see we went from 19,000 plus to, if I go and I click fourth grade, we get a lot less to go through there. Now again, I can go down here, I can click that free button. It will minimize that even a little bit more for us, which is amazing. This is where I'll kind of scroll down. I'll look to see what we've got. I'll look at different free ones, all sorts of things. Maybe you're looking for something that is specific to a read aloud that you're doing. Like for us, we were doing Rover the other day. Well, not the other day, recently. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear out my grades here. I'm going to take free away and I'm just going to search Rover. Now, this was Resilience. It's a really great read aloud. We enjoyed it a lot. And you can see that there are a few novel study options here. And I was lucky enough to find one from one of my favorites, which is Ideas by Jivey. So you have to scroll down sometimes to find the ones that you want, but a lot of times it's worth it to keep looking. Now, Ideas by Jivey is something that we've used before. I'm going to skip clicking into this and I'm going to go straight to her page. I've used many things this year by Ideas by Jivey. Again, this is very similar to the Stellar Teacher Company in that they have it broken down over here where there's a lot of options to look at and you can split it out with however you want it. A lot of times they will offer you like a free sample or something like that, but it often requires a little bit of digging. And a lot of times you can do that by coming into one of their sections here and then scrolling down, and you're going to want to read all of these information here, go down, look at all the description. And if you keep going and you look at some samples, sometimes you will find a free sample or something like that. Not always, but do definitely kind of dig a little bit deeper if you're looking for something specific from somebody, because it's likely they will have something. All right, let's jump over here into my purchases and downloads. So these are the things that I have downloaded from Teachers Pay Teachers over the years. You can sort it by recently purchased, recently opened, recently updated, or you can do it alphabetical. Whichever one you want. You can see we have all different types that I can choose from. So if you get in here and you start getting a lot and you download a lot, it could be really helpful to get all of these things here. Now, like I showed you just recently, I have this awesome chore chart that I downloaded over the weekend. This is what I was looking for, the measurement conversion fans. So these were awesome. I found this by Kim Miller. This was a free one, I want to say. Let's click it and look. Yeah, right there, free. So this was really awesome. I just printed it out on colored paper, and then we had these pretty little like quick references to look at all these measurements. Another one that I found recently, and this is actually Arlene and Company had this, and so then I went looking for it and found it on Teachers Pay Teachers. And this is a national holidays list, which I think is really cool. I have it in my binder, again, a free one. And you just have all these fun little like Softly Joe Day, things like that. Lots of fun options that you can find on here. Here's some things that I have purchased, which is our sentence writing weekly routine. So if you have seen me on any of my planning videos or any of our Instagram pages, you will see sentence writing. I call it sentence construction. There are a few different options, and this one is actually a year-long sentence practice, grades 3 through 5. This one is a purchase, but it was well worth it. We are really enjoying this one. And let's just look at it really quickly here so you can see what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen us use it, we use it every day. It does not take very long at all. You can click here, look at the preview, which is really nice. That way you can see what you're getting. And this is where I tell you to check this out. You may find a free sample. in here sometimes. So this is where I usually kind of scroll down, and you can see there's a couple of things right here that you could check out. Not all the time, but sometimes. Oh, right. Oh, the Last Bear Study novel. Okay, real quickly, we haven't really used this because she did not want to read this book. We've actually switched it over to a read aloud because I think she will like it and she is liking it. But yes, we didn't do this novel study because I could not get her into this book at all. She almost just wanted to quit reading, period, because I kept assigning this. So that is not my intention whatsoever. So we stopped that. But it was a pretty neat little novel study. I did like the way that it looked, but it just wasn't something that was going to work for us right now because apparently she wasn't digging the book. But this was a good one as far as I did like the way that it was presented. Another free one here. A lot of times we see all these people doing these interactive notebooks and all this kind of stuff. Well, here was just a few little sample packs. I downloaded this to see how we liked it, if it was something that we were using for very long before I put a lot of money into it. Plot diagrams. Again, all of these things I downloaded, these were all free. And that just gave us a good way to try these different organizers for doing a plot diagram. Down here, this is where I showed you earlier where we downloaded the prefix, base words, suffix, root words, all those sort of things. That was from the Stellar Teacher Company, and this was a freebie. Over here, this is another one that I needed. We were talking about sentence types, and so what I did is I went into the search box. I typed in sentence types. I scrolled down. I clicked free, and this popped up, and it's been fantastic. It's absolutely what I needed, and it has worked perfect. Another one, 4 types of sentences. We put this in our little 4th grade notebook. This has been great for just quickly going back, reminding ourselves what is an imperative, those sort of things, a free one. More friend, this one, I don't know that I ever used this one. This doesn't look familiar, so I may have just seen it. It was free. I downloaded it. I don't know. Let's take a look at it really quick. Maybe I'll recognize it. Yeah, I don't think I ever used that one. But you did see it was free, so it didn't really matter. Ooh, here's another one. See, Stellar Teacher Company. You can see I really do like her a lot. And we've got our figurative language. This is mini lessons where we were kind of talking about similes, metaphors, all of those sorts of things. This was a nice one also. Let's open it up and see how much that one costs. So you can see that this one was $6.75. We get 24 pages and 32 slides. It was really quite nice for what it was, and I didn't think that 675 was too bad for how easily it was to incorporate into our day. Ideas by Jivy, another one that we love. I mentioned her already when we did the Rover story. If you are reading a Rover story and you want to study grammar that goes along with this, we love her mentor text. We have done them a few times, and this one was on a chapter book where generally they are on like picture books. Mentor sentences. Type that up. Look for ideas by Jivy. Love, love her mentor sentences. Um, this is one that you have probably seen us talking about a lot recently. They changed it since I have purchased it. So this was actually called Redwood Literacy, and it was not called Writing Our World. I can't remember what they called it, but they've since updated it since I purchased it. But this is Unit 1, and this is where you're talking about like because, but, so, those sort of things where you're working on those sentences. Here, we'll just continue to look all sorts of different things. You see, I have a drawing here where we're talking about value and cross-hatching worksheets. This is when we were doing some fun things with history. I type in what we're looking for and I can find it. I guarantee you this was free. Yep, it was free. So we were talking about this point in history and there were some fun little like word searches that we could tie into our day, which I thought was pretty fantastic. Not this recent eclipse that is about to happen, but one that happened previously. We did this fun little activity, and this was a little freebie. Here we are talking again about Christopher Columbus. So I pulled the map up, I printed it off. This was a freebie, more freebies. So honestly, anything that you are doing, type it up and see what you can come up with. You don't always have to pay to get these amazing little worksheets that you usually might not use a ton, but it's just great. Here, even just a graph paper grid. Yep, I was really finding this quite handy one year, and so we used this a lot to break up our different answers. Oh, this was when I needed some manipulatives with the little place value disc. I printed it off, cut it out. It was just great. So you can see I have so many things downloaded, Easter, Thanksgiving, and I need to remember to like look back at some of these things. I would have loved to have used this over Easter holiday and totally forgot I even had that. And it all just stays on here in your account. Here's some from where this is a really long time ago. How sweet is this? Before and aftermath, all sorts of little things that it has all ages. So again, come up here to your teachers pay teachers, and really you can just get lost in here forever. You can look at all the seasonal things, ELA, math, science, social studies. I mean, there's just so many options. Let's look at, fourth grade social studies, and let's see what we can find. So if we choose that, you can see this is what it's popping up right off the bat as far as like sponsored ones where they're being put up at the top. And then we start looking through here. You can see different activities that they have. Things that you may not think you need or know that you need, you can find. Again, you can almost bet I'm always going to come over here, click this free button, and then start scrolling because there's a lot of really, really valuable things on here that are for free. And a lot of it is maybe going to be a sample, like, try them out. And then if you want more, they have more, all sorts of different things. It's just fantastic. And then you can see there's different sales here. Like maybe you're like, I want to spend like maybe under $5. You're looking for something a little bit beefy, but not like super expensive. And you can just go through here and find whatever you think you might like. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. Like I said, I use it all the time. There's so many, look, cooking, health, life skills, all sorts of different things that you can choose. Just make sure that if you come over here that you don't have things clicked that you wouldn't want to have clicked. So if you were originally looking for your fourth grader, but then you need to look for your fifth grader or your first grader, make sure that you don't have the wrong one clicked so that you're seeing what you want to look for. So yes, like I said, this weekend I needed a chore chart. So all I did is typed in my chore chart and came down here, clicked my free button, and I was able to find exactly what I need really, really quickly. So again, I'm going to leave you at this. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye-bye.